I'm Chris Hodgson. I'm the percussion director of Franklin Central High School.
Alrighty. How'd you feel about that last prelims run?
Very excited. It was the first time that we put the entire show out there, so it was just interesting to see it in uniform with all the props and the tarp and everything, and get a feel for what our entire show actually is.
Yeah, awesome. Coming into this weekend, with it being prelims and a home show, did you guys have any goals or expectations that you were trying to meet at the show today?
We're just trying to basically clean up our music ensemble. That's been something that has been tricky, and it's always tricky when you're adding more show than what you done in the past, to still get the closer to be at the same level that the rest of the show is, and not let the rest of the show take a dip from where it had been when that was the focus. So it was just trying to elevate the music.
Were there any secondary moments that were on your mind going into the show, and if there were any moments that you were kind of worried about, how did they play out?
Yeah, well, it's kind of tough being the director because I almost worry about every moment of the show, but particularly it was the stuff that we added this week. There's a lot of exposed moments, a lot of fast notes that are hard to line up front to back, so just hoping that would go well this week. We spent a lot of time working on it, but whenever you get to a performance, people get excited, and you never know what you're going to get, so that was kind of the thing that I was most nervous about.
Right. Speaking of the show, what's the name of the show, and what's the story that you're trying to tell with it?
Well, it's very simple. It's about nothing.
About nothing at all?
That's the name of the show, and that's what we're trying to convey. So it's pretty fun. You know, I'm a big Seinfeld fan, and that was always the show about nothing. So we got some Seinfeld quotes. We have the tarp is actually the no signal image on the TV. The stuff that you see that's overlaid with it is static. So we just really play on this idea that our show is about nothing.
Right on. I like that. Seeing as how you guys are pretty consistently in finals at WGI every year, what do you think sets your group apart from others?
I'm very biased, but I think that our shows are really fun and entertaining, and I think we personally do a really good job of making sure that there's something in there for everybody. If you've been a fan for many, many years, you can see some of the Easter eggs and the details that we put in from a high intellectual standpoint. I think the shows are moving, but I think also if you're grandma and this is the first time you've ever seen it, you're going to come and there's going to be something fun for you too. So that's we just like to be entertainers.
Yeah. Now with Dayton only being about a month away, are there any big changes or anything that's coming up between then and now, or just fine tuning and refining the rest of your show?
Well, hopefully a lot of fine tuning and refining. But again, this is the first time that we've gotten a read on our closer, so I'm interested to hear what the judges say, and sometimes that'll dictate any major changes that we might need to add or take away. But I think for the most part, I felt good about where the show is, and hopefully just a lot of cleaning it up.
Right on. Last one, any final thoughts going into finals tomorrow?
Yeah, I think now that we've got one under our belt, I just want to be more confident, and hopefully when we do it again tomorrow, we can really get the point across about nothing.